and this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral, and I'm going to show you a Sunday simple supper that I am making. What I have in here is 1 head of cabbage chopped. I just put enough water to cover it, and then over here I have all of my stuff. Excuse this piece of foil. I've got my 1 head of broccoli already chopped. I've got fresh cilantro in there. I have carrots. I have celery. I have 2 cans of green beans, 2 cans of peas, and I have these which come from my garden. I made some homemade stewed tomatoes. All I did was cut up the tomatoes, put them in a pot, and I added various seasonings that I liked. I believe it was garlic and some Italian seasoning and possibly some oregano. And then whenever it was finished, I just ladled it in these little containers, Ziploc containers, and I froze them. So because I knew that I was going to make a lot of soup and the tomatoes were going to go bad if I didn't do something with them, and I didn't have canning jars, so I went ahead and just did it this way. Now also in here I have 4 chicken bouillon cubes. Now this recipe has been called several different things. One thing it's been called is a 0-calorie soup. Another thing it is called is skinny soup. Now my mother used to make a version of this. This is my version, and I think that everybody makes it according to their liking. So if you don't like broccoli, use cauliflower. If you don't like celery, use whatever that you like. But the base usually starts out with cabbage. Now with the skinny soup, from what I read, is that our bodies don't digest potatoes and corn as quickly as we do other vegetables. So this is supposed to be a 0-calorie soup in which we can eat as much as we want and as less as we want, and you can't get fat on it. It's actually just a a regular good soup. So I got my cabbage here, and it's been boiling for about 20 minutes, and it's pretty. You want to boil your cabbage, and it takes the longest out of all of the vegetables. You want to boil it until it becomes pretty translucent. Now you can add, if you don't like the chicken bouillon, you can use vegetable stock, you can use a beef stock, whatever you like. But I bought the chicken bouillon that is organic bouillon cubes that I bought from Whole Food. I think they're quite flavorful, and I love them. Now I'm talking about skinny soup, and I just pulled these out of the oven today. These are sweet potato pies. I made those for my neighbor who fell off a ladder on his job, and he got hurt very badly. He's at home, but he has to stay in bed, and he's done a lot of nice things for us, so we wanted to do something nice for him. So if you guys see that I'm making skinny soup and I switch over here and I show the sweet potato pie, y'all are going to be like, yeah, see how you're doing on your diet. Okay, so in this pot of, the cabbage, I'm going to go ahead and add my broccoli to it. Now, I am going to add more liquid, but I don't want to add the liquid until I add all of my veggies. These are about 8-ounce containers, so it's 2 8-ounce cans if you don't have your own stewed tomatoes there. I put a good bit of carrots in this soup, and as you can see, I don't chop them small. I just use them like this. I like this to be more like a stew. I feel like I'm eating something that's not severely mushy, I guess is the word. Okay, so it's a whole lot of carrots. A whole lot of carrots. And then I have my celery. And then I'm going to put in my fresh cilantro and my bouillon cubes there. Now, I'm going to get a wood spoon. I'm going to see where I'm at on the liquid. The liquid looks pretty good. Now, do not put too much liquid in this, because if you do, I feel like it doesn't have an exceptional amount of taste to it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't taste very good. Now, what makes this a simple supper? The reason why this is a simple supper is because this is several suppers all in one, or several lunches. When I come home from church on Sunday and I'm hungry, all I'm going to have to do is warm me up a little bit of this in the microwave or on the stovetop, whatever, and I have my supper. Now, I have these containers that I'm going to ladle it out, and these are 1 quart containers. These usually goes in the freezer. You can freeze this soup, but however, I'm not. Just going to put it in the refrigerator, and then I will have soup. So this will have to, kind of simmer on the stove. I'm going to put a lid on it, and I let it simmer for a couple hours. Once it is done, it'll be ready to ladle out, and I'll put the recipe down below for all of you so that you know exactly how much of everything that I added to this. And as you can see, I'm going to show you how big my pot is. My pot is really big, so this makes a good bit. It smells really good, and this time of year, this is something really good to eat because it's chilly and at night. Now, one more thing. After this cooks up for a couple hours and all of these types of vegetables that are fresh produce get tender the way that I want them, then I'm going to add the canned vegetables with the liquid in them. And that will be the last thing that I do, and then it will be ready to serve and ladle out once this portion, once these are added and that gets heated up and incorporated in the soup, it'll be ready. So I'll show you the finished product when it's done. Okay, I'm back, and the soup is finished. I went ahead and added my canned vegetables, and as you can see, it's a pretty chunky like stew as opposed to a soup, but I like it. It's very filling, and it's very tasty. And you can pair this with a turkey on a whole wheat bread for like a sandwich. You can do cheese, a little bit of fat-free cheese with some whole wheat crackers. There are several ways you can pair this. Sometimes I'll eat this with some whole wheat croutons on the top and just sprinkle a little bit of fat-free cheese on the very top of the bowl. So with this being 0 calorie or skinny soup, as they say, you can still still have a small sandwich, a turkey sandwich on whole wheat, and this is plenty. This is going to fill you up, plus you're getting all the vitamins and the nutrition from the all the vegetables that's in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ladle this out. Hold on. There we go. I'm going to ladle this out into these containers, and then I'm going to fill them up to the line on the side, which there's a line right here on the side, and that'll make 1 quart. This will be plenty of food for my husband to eat for lunch. For dinner, we're going to have a bowl of this tonight with some whole wheat crackers. And this is my containers. I got them all lined up, and then I'm going to put the lids on them. I'm going to slip them into the refrigerator, and we're going to be good to go for several days. So I just thought I would share this recipe for this week's Sunday Simple Suppers, because in my opinion this is very simple, because you get more than one meal out of this, and it's very tasty, and it's that time of year when you like something warm and hearty. And this is very versatile. You can make it with any type of vegetables you want, with any kind of broth that you would like to have, vegetable, chicken, beef, whatever you desire. It's very, very tasty. It's very good. It's sort of a pick and choose on the vegetables, except for if you are doing it skinny, it says to refrain from using potatoes or corn. But all the other vegetables You look like you're good to go. So I hope that you all have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to enjoy my family today, and I'm going to have this soup because it smells wonderful. So I'll leave the recipe down below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.